Julia Fisher, and you're listening to The Olive Tree, bringing you the stories of believers living in Israel today. Today our programme comes from Haifa in northern Israel, from the House of Victory, a rehab centre for men recovering from drug and alcohol addiction. In this interview, Stuart Fisher talks to David. Born in Japan, he was a child prodigy and destined to become a world-class violinist. But when he came to live in Israel, David lost interest in his violin, and his life took a downward spiral, and he became a hopeless drug addict. Stuart met David a few months after he'd experienced a miraculous healing in his life. So here David shares his story and starts by describing life at the House of Victory.
Oh, it's a kind of a regular walk. We cooking, we cleaning, we worshipping. We live here, you know.
Yeah.
It's a house. It's our house.
And who comes here? What's the house for?
All kind of different people addicted to drugs, to alcohol, homeless and hopeless.
And how many people are here at the moment?
Now we are like 7. You know, schedule. Every time something changes, somebody comes, somebody leave.
And it seems to be people from a lot of different backgrounds.
Exactly.
What kind of backgrounds do people come from here at the moment? You know, there's a couple of guys from a Russian background, I've noticed.
First of all, it's a different kind of culture, like Russian culture, Moroccan, how you say, Marrakesh
Yes.
culture, and Arab culture, Romanian.
And you have a very interesting story. This isn't the first time you've been to the House of Victory.
No, it's my second time, and I think it's my last time, but my heart it's connected forever with this place.
So tell us a bit about the beginning then. So how were you when you first came here? Tell us a bit about that and what's happened since.
First of all, I can explain God brings special people in my life. I mean, family Davis, David Davis, Karen Davis, and David. And we was neighbors, we was friends, we spoke about religion, about Jesus, and finally he said, you have to try to be a part of House of the Victory. And I came here for a first time. I was here a few months. It was very new for me. It's a difficult type of discipline, and I wasn't ready, and I left.
And how long ago was that?
A few months, like 2 months.
How many years ago were you here last?
3 years.
3 years.
More than 3 years, actually.
What happened after you left?
First of all, my health became very bad. I started to feel myself very bad. I made, operation, because blood doesn't...
You had a clot, did you? A blockage?
It was a blockage in my legs. I could walk. I just flew down in my apartments, and I called to ambulance, and they made operation. It was a very difficult operation, like 6 hours on the table. And after operation, I was also feel very bad, and I try again to take from the beginning MCR, it's morphine, and OxyContin, then heroin. And
were they prescribed for you? Were they from the street?
No, from the
street.
From the
Yes.
street. Some friend, he's not friend, but say me, you can try to drink a methadone. It's almost free. It's very easy to get him, and actually after a few days I already was in program, because I just bring my test and rentgen of my chest, and they give me a prescription to drink every day 30 milligram of methadone.
And that was in the government clinic?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
On the Shaman Street.
And so that dose went up?
Yeah,
treatment?
For a few months my dose was 80. Mm-hmm. Oh, no, sorry, 90.
Did you stop using drugs as well, or did that carry on?
You know, from the beginning it was like, okay, I have a free drugs. I'm covered it's okay, but with the time I started to feel a relationship with a friend. They saw something different in me. I was like, sleep on the, you know what I mean, and shame, because when I start to understand in what group I am, I speak and I have a kind of business, and it's like a top of the pyramid. I mean,
And did you know God during this time? Did you know Jesus during this time?
actually, I wasn't sick of Jesus. I knew he is a live God, but he took away every our sins. I'm holy, and what I needed Jesus.
So it was more of an awareness, but no personal
No,
commitment.
no.
So that went on for a couple of years, and then 9 months ago, you decided to make a change. What happened? Or about a year
I
ago?
understand that I can't to continue my life on this direction, and I understand I can change it also, because percent of people can stop heroin, but methadone statistic is very sad. Maybe for somebody in the jail or I know in other country, but when you're home, when you have money, what for? How? You feel sick? Few kilometers, you feel good. You understand what I mean?
Yes, so you're talking about the withdrawal you get from stopping methadone is so severe. Why would you stop taking it? There's no point.
But the point was, for me, it's just shame and hopeless, because I saw the people that's drinking many years, and they are like dead bodies, and I understand it's my type of life soon. And I say to me, stop. You know everything. You've been everywhere. What reason to continue it? You just go down. And I say to myself, so okay, I'll stop it. I'll stop it. Like 25 or 26 of December, I say to myself, okay, 1st January, New Year. It's also very symbolic. I'll try to stop it. If yes, okay, I'll try to continue my life, or maybe any other direction. If no, I'll take overdose of heroin, and I wanted to go because I was so tired from this type of life. How I remember myself, I always try to explain to myself a reason for the life, who I am, where I go, when I'm from. And philosophic books and drugs, no one answered to my question. So I decided actually to die was my decision today.
So January, you stopped taking the methadone,
Yeah.
80 mils, expecting to go into withdrawal, because that's a big dose of methadone. But what happened next?
I just stopped it because I knew if I start to think, I have a few telephone numbers, 5 grams heroin.
So what happened? Did you have any withdrawal?
No.
That's amazing.
No, in this day, not second day, not a week. I sleep, I eat, good mood, like this. Nothing disturbs me, and
What did that make you think?
after months, I understand that SSA is a miracle, because he didn't want that I die.
And so you rang Eric shortly after that point, didn't you? Asked to come back into the House of Victory.
Not exactly in this moment. I was a few months here before I explained my story to guys. Actually, I was explaining it to David Potter, and it was like kind of our secret, because it's kind of unbelievable story. If somebody will tell me the story, I just stop drink methadone and I feel good. It's
So when did you come here then, David?
end of April, 29 to 28.
What made you want to come here?
I understand that's my calling. It's be a part of his plan. Never mind where, how. I knew this place. It's like trampoline to right world.
So you decided. So the fact you had no withdrawal from the methadone, had that made you more aware of God at that time? And that time you were looking for something more?
Start to try to hear him. It was a lot of cry.
And how
I think it was repenting. It was actually.
So this last 9 months, you're telling me, has been very special for you. How would you describe what's happened to you over the past 9 months?
One word, it's euphoria. Every morning from the beginning, wow. And before it, it was a different, it's morning, what for, I'm here, I'm still here, because I was happy just in my dreams. Never mind on drugs or on dreams. This reality wasn't for me.
What is your new reality?
My new reality is that I am a little piece of his great creation. This is my reality.
Where do you see God using you? Where do you see God's plan? What is he doing?
I think in music, because that's one of the things that I love. I'm a musician from very young age till now. A lot of instruments, music, but to clean, to cook, to
do whatever is necessary, is it? You were telling me last night. Yeah.
Exactly.
Now, this program's broadcast in the UK, and there may be someone listening who has a similar background from where you are. Would you have a message to tell them? Your story is full of hope that it is possible to make this change.
And full of miracle, because he is a God of miracle. My message is love, peace and hope. And try to hear him, because he will speak when we will be ready.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
You've been listening to Stuart Fisher in conversation with David, a man set free from the power of addiction to rediscover his love for music and playing his violin. The Olive Tree Reconciliation Fund is a Christian charity based in the UK that supports the needs of both Jewish believers and Arab or Palestinian Christians living in Israel and the wider Middle East. If you'd like to know more about our work through our bi-monthly newsletter, including news about our upcoming tours, please either visit our website www.olivetreefund.org or write to me, Julia Fisher, OTRF, PO Box 402, Billingshurst, RH14 4BQ in the UK. Meanwhile, join me at the same time next week for another story from the Olive Tree. Until then, goodbye.